welcome back.
And welcome back. I was waiting for you to say something.
We paused for 1 second to look at each other like, you gonna go or is it gonna be me?
Nope, it's you this time.
Yeah, okay. Well, welcome back to the Gemini archives, everyone.
Welcome back, everyone.
I would like to start the show off.
Oh, God. Here we
by
go.
talking about something my mom told me yesterday.
Oh, my God. We were in actual tears when she was talking about this.
She's a teacher, and she was teaching her kids about Benjamin Franklin. I forgot what it was for.
They were watching one of those... Oh, God, I don't remember the name of the documentary. But it like, basically tells you, like, a historical person's entire biography.
Yeah.
Well, I don't remember what the show is, but...
I think it was on Netflix.
Something like that. I don't know.
And... she was like, yeah, apparently he wrote an entire essay on farting called Fart Proudly. And I was like, this is a joke. Hold on.
First of all, hearing our mother even just say the word fart was funny enough.
Well, then she said it once, but then she quickly switched to flatulence. She's like, yeah, he wrote an entire flatulence essay. I was like, you could just say fart, Mom. It's fine.
Flatulence.
Yeah.
Like we're in a fucking medical facility.
So I literally looked it up on Wikipedia. It actually is a thing. And like he only gave personal copies to his friends, I think. And like physical copies of it don't exist.
You could find the whole thing though online.
Yeah, but it only exists online now. Like someone just put it up online. Because apparently like after he died they got rid of like a lot of them, or almost all of them, I guess. But they had to keep one if it's online.
That's absurd for 2018.
Yeah.
So could you imagine 200 whatever years ago? It must have been outrageous. It must have been like, this is filth.
Yeah.
This is horrible.
Yeah, but it wasn't even like filthy. He was talking about, you know, like the science side of farts. How different foods cause different smells and like, you know, just like fart movements, I guess. I don't know. I was like dying laughing. I'm like, this is not a thing.
This is our mother showed us this. My mom won't even like say a curse word. Not a single one. I mean, depends on the situation. Usually not though.
Yeah.
Usually she's like, she blushes at things like that. And she's like, yeah, we learned about farts today. It's like, thanks, Mom.
Ben Franklin wrote about farts. Oh my gosh. I was dying laughing. So I'm like, I learn something new every day. Literally.
Lauren was beside herself, and then you read some of it.
Yeah, well, he ended it with a pun. So I was like, he's my people. Because I am pun. I am all pun.
My God. Hold on, I'm looking up the pun.
Oh my God.
Because we're terrible at show prep.
But like, it's like a 18th century pun, 19th century pun. So it's like kind of funny, but not really. But it's still a pun.
My God.
What fucking year did he write this?
1781. So 18th century.
An 18th century pun. I was right.
Oh my God, that was 300 years ago. My goodness. Hold on. Let me see.
Who would have thought someone would have wrote about farts?
Here, you read it because you read it the best.
Well, I don't understand the pun, kind of. You read.
I don't get it either. I thought that's why you got it.
Well,
here, read it.
I kind of get it. It's like, hold on. Where does it start?
We're great at show prep.
He basically said farting at the end of it. I'm not... Actually, you know what? I'm not going to give it away. You could go and read it yourself, and you can see the pun yourself.
Don't weasel your way out of this.
I'm weaseling my way out of it.
Oh my God.
Because, like, the sentence is so long, I'm like, we're going to be here for 10 minutes.
Well, I know.
Because you know how people wrote back then? It's like, like 3 paragraphs is a sentence.
True.
I'm like, where's the period? There's like 55 commas and no period.
It's like a 16-year-old that got knocked up. Where's the period?
Megan. I gotta ask you to stop.
Oh, that's where you draw the line? Not the essay about farts?
Well, because we don't want to spread awareness.
Oh, God.
We don't want to get people, like, you know, thinking, oh, I can be 16-year-old without my period. And then they're pregnant, and it's your fault.
Oh, yeah, it's my fault.
Yeah.
Not the MTV show that's been persuading teenagers to do this for literal years. It's my fault.
Yes.
So anyway.
Yeah, so I thought that was really interesting, and I really wanted to start the show with that.
Thank you. That's a very Lord way to start the show.
Well, I always find like weird things like that, but that one just fell into my lap yesterday, and I was like, I have to talk about this.
Oh my God.
I have to put it out there that he wrote an essay about farts. How many other people, I'm sure there's some other people that have done it in the last 300 years, but like, how many people do you think actually wrote an essay on farts?
But
From
then
a
he
scientific standpoint.
But then he titled it Fart Proudly.
Yeah, 'cause don't be ashamed of your farts. Everyone does it. Listen, okay.
Here we
Pet
go.
peeve number 5004. Don't ever say you haven't farted. Everyone farts. Everyone. You are a liar if you say you haven't farted.
Oh, that's going to be a whole other episode, though. It's just pet peeves.
Oh, yeah, that's coming.
Lauren has a lot of them.
I have a list in my phone. We're not going to do any lists today, by the way, because like the first 2 episodes were kind of like structured, but we're just going to talk today.
Yeah.
But
I know, and we're not going to, have it be an hour and a half. Sorry about
Yeah.
that. It was a little long. We didn't realize how long it was until I edited it.
we just really like music.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. And we just wanted to, and we did get a little bit of feedback, by the way, about
Yeah.
David Vince's stupid hats.
Yeah, so thanks for that.
Yeah. Thank you for agreeing that his hats are, in fact, stupid.
Yeah.
And that Slayer can suck a dick. I'm just kidding.
Well, new Slayer.
New Slayer. Not,
Speaking of Slayer, I saw, remember the video I showed you yesterday?
which one?
It was a mashup of, oh my god, I forgot what Slayer song, an Ace of Base.
Oh, was it Slayer?
No, it was Slayer. Oh my god, what song was it?
I don't
Hold
know.
on, give me your phone, I gotta look it up. Hold on.
I'm gonna
Or
grab
grab
your
my phone.
I'm gonna walk to the other side of the room.
I know, because I forgot my phone. I'm so prepared today.
Can you hear me still?
I don't know.
I sound like I'm in another country?
Here, hold on. Let me see.
Lauren, show prep.
I'm sorry. I know. I wasn't really prepared today. Slayer Ace of Base.
Oh, God. I'm dying.
Oh, War Ensemble and All That She Wants.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, from Ace of Base.
That's what it was? I
Yeah.
don't remember. I just remember the Ace of Base part.
Oh my gosh, I was dying. So it was like the Ace of Base music, but then it's like Slayer vocals.
Oh, my God.
I was dying.
I can't even.
Everyone look that shit up. Or better yet, I'll just share it on like whatever page.
All
the
of them.
pages.
All the pages. Our collective pages.
My god. So, anyway.
So, yeah. We talked about farts yesterday with our
Yeah.
mother. That was interesting. And then, of course, Lord gets to, get to come and talk about farts. And then I get yelled at because I'm trying to, I was going to, I'm not doing it now, convert a VHS tape to DVD for my grandpa. Just one tape, just one. But the thing about it is, I've been converting tapes for a while for my friend Chris Gamble, who's in Bloodstorm and Gorephobia. It was an Absu for a while. And, excuse me, about a little over a year ago, actually well over a year ago, he was looking for someone to just convert all these tapes that he had and put them on like a YouTube channel. And I said, hi, hello, yes, I'll do that. So I've been like converting tapes now for a while. I've gotten pretty good at it. Until yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Because I've been converting tapes just regular, when you buy them at the store, just like the regular tapes, you throw it in, you watch it, life is good. Gotta rewind it, pain in the ass. But it's still, life is good. No. What my grandfather gives me is one of those little, oh god, what are they called? Like the little tapes that
Like
are
those tiny tapes that you put in like those old camcorders, and then you have to put it into like a converter type thing.
in a VHS-C adapter, I think is what it's called.
Adapter, I mean, not converter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
And it's like you put the little tape in the big tape goes in VCR, boom, done. Right. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Well. So, let me tell you, this is the kind of luck that I have. Of course, this is the one tape from my grandfather that I'm doing, and everything went wrong. So the adapter we have is like how many years old? Like older than us, probably. And it just
Like so old the top is broken, so when you put it on you have to like be careful.
yeah, you have to like kind of shimmy it in and do it just so. Like everything else that I own that just breaks. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm just terrible with technology. But so I finally get the tape in the little adapter thing after much hassle, and I go to put it in the thing, and it's converting. I'm like, oh good, it works. 5 minutes goes by, the whole damn thing turns off. The whole thing. And I'm like, why did that happen? That didn't happen with the other 10 million tapes that I've converted. Why is this happening? So I take it out. I turn the thing on and off. I don't know what I did. I just kind of fucked with it a little bit. Put it back in. It was recording fine. Another, I want to say like 10 minutes passes, turns off again. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a sledgehammer to this fucking thing. I hate this. And you know how short-tempered I get with technology. It's like I have zero patience.
Yeah.
Zero. Like nothing. And to top it all off, I had to use a different brand of like DVD to copy it on. And I put the thing in, and the disc wasn't readable for our converter.
God.
I'm like, anything else.
It's like the world didn't want you to copy this tape.
It's like everything worked against me yesterday. I'm like, I'm going to smash this thing.
Well, have you converted a VHS to a DVD using one of those adapters before?
No, not yet. This is my first time trying it. So now the thing, which costs a ton of money, now is just like, we're not going to convert these tiny tapes for you. Sorry. And I'm like, I'm going to fucking lose
I know,
my
because
shit.
we have so many home movies that are on tapes like that. So if we can't put them onto DVDs, we're fucked.
I know. Or we might have to take them to someone else and pay like $1 quadrillion, even though I could just do it myself if the fucking thing wanted to work. But anyway. So this happens. And I spent literally my entire day trying to fix it and figure it out, reading the manual for the fucking thing in 6 different languages, you know? And I'm like, okay, what the fuck am I doing wrong? And then I had to tell my grandpa, like, hey, I can't convert your tapes because I don't know what the fuck is wrong with it. And then I had to hear an entire, because you know our grandfather. He cannot just let something go. He can't just be like, oh, okay, that's fine. It's like, well, did you try this? Did you try blah, blah, blah? Do you want me to buy a whole new converter? He wanted to buy a whole new converter. I'm like, it's not the converter that's the problem. I've been using it fine for well over a year.
Yeah.
And it's converted everything perfectly every single time. It's just these adapters that suck. Well, I could go buy you an adapter. What if you try using the camera? What did you blah, blah? And I'm like, oh, this is my life. It's like, and then, well, what did you do? What did I do? It's always my fault. So I'm like, okay, I gave him the tapes back, and I'm like, I will do this another time because I'm going to smash your shit if I try to do this right now.
Yeah.
I was so angry. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, why won't it convert these fucking tapes? If you're tech savvy, please message me and let me know if I'm fucking doing something wrong or if there's something I should check or something, because I want to convert out all of our home movies too.
Well, I know.
You know, and I don't know what the fuck the problem is.
I know.
I don't know.
Hopefully we can figure it out, though.
I know. I really gotta I gotta take a week to like sit with it and clean the head thing. What the fuck is it called? We have to clean out the inside.
Yeah.
I can't think of the name.
The insides, the guts.
The guts. I gotta gut it. And do all that shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, the reason I'm bringing up converting movies is because Laura and I recently were watching a ton of them.
Yeah.
And we were thinking about, you know, things, because the summer's coming up, you know?
Yeah, and for me, personally, like, the summer is so nostalgic.
Yep.
I always go to, like, a nostalgic place in the summer, because, like, the best times of my life were always in the summer.
Oh, yes. When
like,
we were kids, especially.
Yeah, especially growing up, and all the things that we liked, because we grew up in the 90s. Like, we were born in 92. So we basically were around for almost the entire 90s.
Yep.
And it was like the best time.
It was going to arcades, going to, you know.
Going to the movies, which we still do, but like old theaters where the tickets were like $2. And like, playing outside.
Oh God!
Oh my God! I caught it. You did.
I think like dust is flying over here somewhere.
Jesus.
Oh God! Hold on, I need a beverage.
What was I saying? Oh yeah,
Something about $2 movie tickets.
Yeah, and going outside and like playing with like other kids till like 7 p.m. when the sun finally started to set.
I mean, we'll talk more about that later because that's what we're going to be talking about.
Yeah, we're gonna nostalgia trip it because it's been hard the last couple weeks for us, and like we gotta go to a good place.
That's what I always do when I'm like feeling upset or I'm like, you know, in a bad place. It's like I always go back to something that's familiar and like happy and like,
yeah,
you know, calming to
and
me.
It's not like we're trying to get back to the past. We just like to think about it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Because obviously the past is never gonna happen again.
I know,
but just to reminisce and like think about like those good times and good feelings and stuff. It's just like it's always so like, you know.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. I do know. I was there.
Yeah.
I was with you. I am with you on that.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Converting tapes is a fucking bitch if you don't know what you're doing. Holy shit. And it's like, that's the thing that was bothering me so much is like, I would put it in the thing and just play it normally, and it played fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But just converting, it was like having a problem.
Yeah, it just wouldn't convert. It was almost like there was a timer on it.
Yeah.
But it's like there wasn't a timer on it because there was one, no indicator, two. It was like literally the whole console just fucking... Console? Is that the correct term for that? The whole damn thing just shut off. You know? Like the power button was off. And I'm like, well, that can't be good.
I know.
And then I looked it up, and because we live in a really shitty house, sometimes we get mini power surges because this place is ready to burst into flame at any moment because it wasn't built well. And sometimes I'll get little power surges, and I was thinking, like, oh, maybe there was a power surge, and I just have to, like, reset
because
it.
yesterday we got, like, some freak tornado coming through, and I was like, oh, my God, like, the power was flickering on and off. I'm like, we're going to lose power.
I know.
If I don't have my air conditioning, I'm literally killing everyone in this house.
Ugh.
Except I didn't, because we were fine.
Yeah.
We got, like, the ass end of the storm.
We always do. Like, being in the middle of the state where we are, it's, like, always the ass end of things, or it's like never enough to be what you call it, just like destroyed.
Like fatal.
Yeah. We're never like, you know, people that live on the shore. I feel so bad for you.
Oh my God,
you have to deal with all kinds of bullshit.
I know. But anyway,
yeah, so I'm like, well, maybe there was a power surge. I mean, I don't know. Somebody help me.
Yeah.
If you're more tech savvy than me, please help me out. Please hit me up.
Hit a bitch up.
Yes.
555 hit me up.
Oh my God.
Could you imagine that was someone's number?
Hit me up?
Yeah. Just 555 hit me up.
Would that work? Hold on.
No, it wouldn't, but...
No, it would.
Would it?
Yes, it would.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm counting letters on my fingers.
Sweet.
Yes.
Well, we're going to go to a break really quick.
Yes.
Where we talk about nostalgia stuff.
Oh my God.
So, this is where we put in some music that we like.
Ooh.
For Megan, though.
Okay.
She's been listening to this thing.
This thing?
Yeah.
This thing.
This thing.
I've been listening to a band lately called Pagan, and I bought their album a while ago from my buddy Tim. What's up, Tim? And
does Tim listen to this podcast?
I don't know. Tim, do you listen to this podcast? Press 1 now if you're listening.
Then you hear a distant boop. It's like, hey!
No, I loved him. He runs Diabolic Force Distribution. And he's looking to sell a bunch of shit because he's closing it down. So go buy shit from him because he sells them at extremely, extremely reasonably prices. And one of the things he was selling, and I bought it for like dirt cheap, was an album I had been looking for like, what year is it? Like 10 years.
Yeah.
And 10 years? When did it come out? Since it came out. I don't know how long ago.
Did it come out in 2008?
I think so.
Then
no.
that's 10 years.
Well, I don't know when it came
Anyway.
out. Anyway, so I found this album, and ever since I bought it, I have not stopped listening to it. It's literally like 5 songs.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's technically an album, but I love this album, CD. Call it what you will.
Mm-hmm.
From Pagan Altar, and they're just really good, like 70s, like heavy metal type shit.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm gonna put that in here so you can listen to what I've been listening to this week.
Yeah.
I don't know what song, probably the one that everybody knows that knows Pagan Altar, and I'm gonna put it here, right here. See, right here. Boop. Thank you. I know we should get like a fucking soundboard.
At some point, we're going to.
We're gonna get a soundboard, or I'm gonna learn how to put in sound effects.
I know. Some point.
And then I could put applause right here.
Yeah.
And just shit like that. And if you heard applause right there, that means I figured it out.
I know, because Megan edits these. I'm like not tech savvy when it comes to that. So.
Well, I'll figure it out one day. But for now, you get to listen to Pagan Altar.
Yeah. All right. We'll be right back.
We'll be right back.
And we're back. Hi.
Fuck you, Lauren. Lauren literally said a pun and then went, and we're back. Fuck you.
I know. I'm not repeating it.
It was too long to explain anyway.
Way too long. So, yeah, like we said before, we're just going to go on a nostalgia trip today.
Yeah, because we've been, well, we always go on nostalgia trips all the time, constantly. We just fall into them like wormholes.
I know. Like, especially when we, like, see our cousins and stuff, all we talk about is, like, old things.
Yes.
Like, oh, do you remember this time? Do you remember that? Like, we do that all the time.
We do. It's part of our being.
Yeah.
So we just like reminiscing a lot.
No. I don't even know where to start, honestly.
The summer.
I know.
Because that's when, well, because we would be in school most of the year, and then the summer is like when we had all this time to do shit. So, like,
yeah.
Of course, we were children of the 90s, so it's like we had...
and by the way, before you go on about that, why were we so excited for school? Like, I loved going to school.
I mean, I did too.
Before the age of 10. Like, I was so pumped. I was like... Especially, like, when school started, I, like, loved new, like, pencils and, like, folders and stuff. And
it's the illusion of productivity. That's why.
And, like, oh, gel pens. That was the thing when we were kids. Is like, gel pens.
I love a good gel pen.
I don't know if they still sell them, but...
I think they must. They have to sell those.
If not, gel pens, glitter gel pens. Ah, forget it. Oh, my God. We hit the holy grail.
You couldn't see a fucking thing you wrote with them. But you just loved the
I know, because they
feeling.
were, like, fluorescent, like, yellow and pink and blue. It's like, I can't see anything.
It's like, it would just blend into the paper. Unless you used, like, that black paper.
Yeah.
That was, like, $1 million. But,
yeah. Well, that and, these are still around, but the Paper-Mate pencils.
Oh.
The mechanical ones.
I draw with those.
Or, do you remember those pencils where you had to pull the lead out and push it into the top?
Yes.
And running out of lead in one of those was, like, the worst. Because you get to, like, the next one, and it's just, like, a nub.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I can't use this pencil anymore.
You're like, well, there goes $10.
And what sucks about those is, like, they didn't have, at least I never saw, like, just boxes of those little lead things. You know, you just had to buy a whole new pencil.
Yeah, I know.
So it's not like you could put in, like, 5 new ones and, like, your pencil's fine.
They did not sell replacements for those.
Yeah.
It was so annoying. Oops. But they smelled like fruit, so...
I know, they were fruity.
I guess that was a good trade-off.
Yeah.
I guess.
But I still use mechanical pencils to this
Oh my God.
The
I
Paper-Mate
literally...
ones.
Yes. I literally draw. Like, I do... For anyone that doesn't know, I do... I guess you call it photorealistic portraits.
Yeah.
Like black and gray portraits. And that's literally what I use sometimes. Like, if it's just like a sketch, I use literal Papermate pencils.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'll use graphite and stuff like that. But those pencils, when I tell you, they are so easy. Because not just the pencil, but like the eraser on it. It's so nice.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit about any of this, by the way.
I know.
Only you and I appreciate a good Papermate pencil.
God.
And maybe some artists.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Anyway, so I was like, I loved going to school when I was a kid.
I did too. I think it's just because you and I are Geminis and we just like learning by nature.
Yeah, that's true.
Apparently.
I mean, we got bullied a lot, but I mean, I still liked school.
Well, I just got bullied for my appearance.
Yeah.
Like most people.
Yeah.
Well, because Laura and I are very tall.
We're almost 6 feet tall.
Yes.
And we weren't exactly like slender. We were fat kids.
We were chubby.
Yeah.
We are some chubby kids.
So, and when we were like in school, by the time I was 10 years old, I was already like 5'3".
I remember I was my mom's height when I was in 3rd grade. I outgrew her in 4th grade, and she's 5'5".
Oh yeah.
So,
never mind. Forget what I said.
Yeah. That's all I remember. I outgrew our mother by 3rd grade.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. And then I outgrew my dad when I was like 12.
Yeah.
And then after that, they're like, we give up. We don't know what we fed you. You're just freaks of nature.
Yeah, and my dad's 5'8".
Yes.
Yeah. So, and now I'm a little bit shorter than Meg. I'm like 5'10.5".
I'm like 5'11".
Yeah.
I'm
Which is
very
funny because
tall.
I'm the older one technically.
Yeah. I know. It's weird. Maybe I just have better posture than you.
Maybe.
Sorry if we keep like coughing and doing
Oh my god,
stuff
my
like that.
allergies are so bad.
Oh my god, allergy season has been wreaking havoc on us, and I'm sure it's probably super annoying for me to have to keep clearing my throat and shit in a mic.
I know, please just bear with us. But anyway,
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It's either that or you just hear me sound all stuffed up, and it's not a good noise.
yeah. It's not cute.
It's not cute at all.
So anyway, back to the nostalgia.
Yeah.
So I needed to like talk about that for a second.
Yeah. I know, we love school.
I know.
I don't know what it was. Like, we would come home and we would play school.
I know we did play
We
school.
played school.
Yeah.
Oh god, that was really loud. I just looked at the spike on the fucking on the audio. Whoops, sorry. Sorry if that was really loud in your ears. But yeah, we would play school. Like,
Yeah.
Lauren would be the teacher and I would be the student.
Or vice versa.
And don't get any fucking dirty ideas when I say that. We were children and she was literally a teacher with fake glasses.
Yeah. No, I had actual glasses.
That's right. You did have actual
I've had
glasses.
glasses since I was 3, Megan.
No, I had the fake glasses.
Yes.
And I would be sitting there writing cursive.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm still terrible at it.
I'm okay. I'm not like the greatest. I think my handwriting's all right.
Mine's atrocious. I'm sorry. If I've ever handwritten something to you and you just didn't know what I said, I know. I'm sorry. I probably should have typed it. I'm so sorry, but it's more sentimental when you write things out sometimes. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I want them to know what I'm saying.
Right.
You know? So you're like, you're at a dilemma. It's like,
Yeah. Anyway, this is not about nostalgia.
well, I know.
Let's get on track here.
I'm sorry. Sorry.
So, anyway, the summers. That was the time when we went to, like, everything.
I know. Especially, when we were much younger, we would go to, when they were still around here, we went to, like, arcades and,
Yeah.
like, we went to Chuck E. Cheese a lot and places like that.
We're going to do an entire episode just on Chuck E. Cheese. And,
Because
like,
you don't understand the depth of love we have for those places.
like, literally, we're going to do an entire episode on this. We could talk about it for a good, like, 40 minutes.
Yes. And I know there's a lot of people our age who agree that
Yeah.
it's some of the best shit ever.
Oh, as creepy as, like, those animatronics were as a kid, I love it, you know?
I never thought they were creepy a day in my life.
Yeah.
Even, excuse me.
I thought they were creepy because I didn't get glasses until I was 3.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been basically blind my whole life. Like, I just can't see well. So, imagine something that's, like, 10 feet tall and coming towards you. I mean, I was terrified.
Lauren didn't know what it was. and
No.
You described it to me the best when I was converting one of the tapes for Chris. And it
Oh,
was,
yeah. And I was like,
it was, it was Autopsy from 1986 was on this tape. It's not on the Bloodstorm YouTube channel. It was just on this tape. but it was like filmed like from far away, and it was super blurry because it's, it's 30 something years old. And Lauren, I remember she came to, she came in, she like looked at it, and she's like, this is literally what I see when I take my glasses off.
Oh yeah, it was like so blurry. It's like a camera that's always out of focus. Like that's how I see things.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, what can you do? You know? I could get surgery for it, but I would rather literally die.
I'd rather just wear
someone
glasses.
touch my eyeball, especially with metal instruments. Oh, I can't think about it. Oh, I hate it.
I know people that have
sensitive eyes.
I know I have people that have gotten the laser done before, and they said, yeah, I couldn't see for like 3 days. I'm like, there is no way.
I would have been terrified. How do you go to the bathroom? You know? How do you use the bathroom?
How do you take a shit when you can't see?
No, because you don't know if you're done wiping. You don't know. This is very gross.
Lauren,
I'm sorry.
I'm sure you would be able to tell if you were done.
Well, I mean, if you were physically done, but like...
No, I mean, you could feel it if you were wiping.
Well, I mean, but what if there's a little bit, you know? Anyway.
So you hear this, right? This is what I deal with on a daily basis. People just don't understand.
Act like I'm so terrible.
You know that little thing that you possess in your mind, everyone, where you're like, I probably shouldn't say that out loud. Laura does not possess that filter. She just doesn't. She just says things, and
people like that, though. People like me for that.
I know, but I'm just saying. So if things like that happen, that's why. Laura does not possess a filter.
So,
love you.
So back to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. I know, we used to go there all the time. We had birthdays there. And
then there was another like Chuck E. Cheese type place near us. It wasn't called Chuck E. Cheese though. And we had a birthday there too. And it was so great. I don't want to give the name away because it kind of gives away where we live.
Well, I don't think that many people remember it.
Yeah.
So you could say. And I think there was more than one.
Oh, really?
Fun World.
Okay.
Is what it was called. Literally Fun World. Come here and have fun in this world. Fun World.
Yeah.
But it was bigger than Chuck E. Cheese's because it had like
actual rides.
It had like a, like the Dumbo ride at Disney. It had like one of those things and like a
train, and they had a huge
it was like you could drive a Jeep on like a track thing like around the fucking building.
Yeah, they had like this huge bounce house like part of it too with like the ball pits, and it was amazing.
It was amazing.
And then they had like a whole room just for like birthday parties.
Oh.
And we had a birthday party and it was fucking lit.
It was lit.
We had our entire preschool class and my cousin at this party.
And our cousin. Plus
so
one.
It was probably like 15 kids, including us. And like, I don't know, 15 adults, I guess.
A lot of people. Well, I think we practically rented out the entire place.
I think we did. And it was fun.
Still full.
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing. There were so many children in there.
I know.
I'm like, I feel bad for those adults.
I know.
But yeah, we used to do things like that all the time. We would be like, because that would be like our reward. It's like, do good at school and then you can go to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, and we also went to an amusement park that's near our house. And that was always fun.
Oh yeah. It's an old amusement park, so it wasn't like fucking Six Flags.
Yeah.
But it was still pretty, it was always fun.
Yeah.
When we went.
And we still go there sometimes.
Yeah, we went there more so when we were older, like in high school, because that's where like all the kids would kind of like congregate in our area.
Yeah, especially they have like their Halloween, like horror nights thing going on for like a couple months. So that's when we really went.
Yeah, and you could get free beverages. So
I think they took it out now.
No. Well, I have no incentive to go back.
Yeah,
then.
me either.
Fuck that. We would just go in the summer and get free drinks.
I know, but they give you like tiny ass cups.
Yeah.
I'm like,
so you'd have to go back like 70 times?
No, you'd have to buy like an actual like drink and empty it out and then fill it in like the giant thing.
Yeah.
Which is still like defeats the purpose of a free drink.
Well,
you have to pay for a bigger cup.
Oh, I know. But anyway. Yeah, so we used to go there and we used to do all kinds of stuff. And like now it's like I think about it like where do kids go for shit like that? Because Chuck E. Cheese now is kind of a joke.
Yeah, now they're taking out the animatronics and I'm just like it's not even the same.
I know. And it's like they don't use tokens anymore.
Yeah.
They use like, I don't know what it is. It's like a card or something.
Yeah.
And you
Okay,
stick
we gotta
it in.
save the Chuck E. Cheese stuff,
I know.
though, 'cause-
But anyway. But, yeah. You know what we used to do, too, in the summer, and I just thought of this? We used to go to the library.
Oh, yeah, we did.
That's what you were
It was cold.
Well, it was cold in there. But we used to go, like, the library would do, like, the summertime, like, program things, and you'd go, like, for a couple weeks or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, once a week for, like,
You,
3
like,
weeks.
read a book, and then you go back and talk to other kids about it and shit.
Yeah. Or, no, it's like you would go and someone would read to you, and then you'd, like, do, like, little...
Yeah, but then they also had, like, the book club type thing.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But then we do, like, little craft things based on the book.
Oh, yeah.
And...
we love crafts.
yeah, we're
like-
crafty people.
Yeah. So, crafts for us as a child, children,
At children.
yeah, was the best.
It was. And, like, we would go to... There, at the park, they would have, like, art classes you could take in the summer.
Yeah.
And, like, it was weird because the building we would go to, it's, like... It was, like a lofted area was where the arts and crafts people would be. But then below, like, there was, like, this whole fucking room, and it was, like, tap dancers doing tap
Oh,
lessons.
yeah. And, like, the baton, like, twirlers and
Yeah.
people doing hula hoops.
So it was like all these cute little girls like dressed in little like tap dance,
Leotards.
little leotards and tap dancing shoes, and I'm sitting there like a swarthy fucking 6-year-old covered in paper mache.
Yeah, and, like, the dry macaroni.
Yeah, and glue all over me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is my life.
Mm-hmm.
But you know,
I felt like my big fat Greek wedding where all the girls were blonde and had Wonder Bread sandwiches.
yes.
And she had fucking whatever it was.
Oh god, I can't think of it, but I know.
I forgot what it was.
That's literally our entire lives.
Yeah.
It's like all the other girls get to go to Girl Scouts, and no, you get to go to Sunday school.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus Christ. But, yeah. So
We
that was
were in
fun.
Girl Scouts, though, to be fair.
I know, we were in Girl Scouts. That was fun.
Anyway.
Anyway. But yeah, like, we did so much stuff during the summer, and even not just, like, going places, too. Like, we would go to, you know, our cousin's house. They had a pool.
Yeah.
We'd go swimming over there and then play outside.
Yeah, we live on, like, a busy road, and they lived, like, more of, like, on a side street, and they were friends with, like, their neighbors, so it's, like, all the neighborhood kids would come out and, like, play hockey in the middle of the street.
And this is like a lot of people, that doesn't that stopped happening, you know, in the 90s. That was like 90, I want to say 96 to 90 to like 2000, I want to say.
Yeah.
It was still happening. So,
Yeah.
and don't give a shit because, you're just 90s kids and you're just hyping it up and whatever. And it's like, no, like it's my youth,
Yeah.
you know? Because I hate people like that too. Like, you 90s kids, you don't have a clue. Blah, blah, blah. You always talk about how great it was. Because it was fucking great.
Nothing happened in the 90s that was bad. Like, literally nothing.
I can't
Give me
even...
one thing.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's someone fucking smart that's like, oh, well, what about this and this? I'm not talking politics. I'm not talking any of that shit. Like, give me one bad thing that happened in the 90s.
Yeah. So don't come for me because I loved my childhood. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You know? Anyway. But yeah, like, so we would go outside. We would play with and it was mostly boys. Almost all boys, I want to say. Mm-hmm. So Laura and I grew up, we were kind of like tomboys because that's who we hung out with. Like, all my cousins were boys up until that point.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we would play with their friends who were all boys.
Yeah.
You know, and it was like hockey and fucking... I couldn't play for shit, but we would play.
Yeah.
Hockey and, like, cops and robbers and stuff. And my cousin had a bunch of, like, fake guns.
And then we would go swimming and play Marco Polo.
Oh, yeah. And fucking knock our heads on the bottom of the pool.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're not supposed to dive. It was like an above ground, so you weren't supposed to dive in, but we didn't care. We're like, we're small enough. And then one day, sure enough, someone almost cracked their skull open jumping in the pool, and that was the end of that.
Yep.
So
we were not allowed to do that anymore.
Nope. We had to learn the hard way. And it wasn't me, for once.
Yeah.
It was one of my cousins, but it wasn't me.
I know.
Usually it is me.
I know. Megan was very clumsy.
I injured myself a lot.
God almighty.
I know.
So
I'm sorry. These fucking allergies.
What was I going to say? But yeah, we always did that. And then, like, the ice cream man would come.
Oh, and it was literally like Eddie Murphy's Delirious.
Yeah. Like, the second you heard that bell, just, ice cream!
Ice
Screaming.
cream!
And, like, my mom would give us money and my aunt, and they'd be like, okay, go get ice cream, but you have to get me a Chipwich or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's literally
a toasted almond.
Yeah, toasted almond. That was our mother.
Yeah.
Get me a toasted almond. And we'd be like sprinting.
Yeah, and I always got those, the red, white, and blue popsicles.
Yes.
Or where they don't even make these anymore, I don't think. Those little ice cream sundae cups, the chocolate and strawberry ones that came with the tiny wooden spoon.
Oh.
I love those. And that strawberry was so unique. Like, the flavor of it, like, I literally was never able to find again after childhood until I went to Sonic and I got a strawberry milkshake and it tasted just like that and I wept. I was like, oh my God, it's so good.
Fucking Sonic.
I know.
But I know, I remember we used to eat those all the time with the little wooden spoons and we get fucking splinters in our tongues sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, this is dangerous.
Well, we got those and Choco Tacos.
Oh, Choco Tacos. And I never, you know what I never got that everyone else did?
What?
Was the little, like, cartoon character pops.
With the gumball eyes.
With the gumball eyes. I never liked those.
Really?
I don't know why. I didn't want the gumballs.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't want them. I'm like, get this out of my ice cream. Because you know why? I don't like bubblegum flavoring at all.
Well, we were traumatized because we had to take so much fucking Pepto-Bismol as kids. And it's like bubblegummy.
Ugh.
It's so gross. I'm like, oh, I can have bubblegum now and be okay, but...
Anything that looks pink like Pepto, I literally cannot eat. It makes me nauseous.
Yeah.
I literally can't eat it. Even like cotton candy and stuff sometimes, I literally can't eat it.
It has to be blue.
Yeah, I have to eat the blue one. Is that dumb? It probably. And I'm not a picky eater, but I literally cannot eat anything that's Pepto pink.
Yeah.
Cannot do it. I'm sorry. But yeah, so we would flag down the ice cream man.
Yeah.
And, you know, we'd fucking skid our knees, fucking try to, because they lived on a hill.
Yeah.
So we'd run downhill and fucking topple over each other like a fucking cartoon.
We'd fly. We were friends with the ice cream man, though, so we always stopped in that area.
Yeah.
And, we got some good bruises for trying to catch the ice cream man.
We're like,
and it was never us that got it. It was always one of our cousins who would sprint like they were fucking Usain Bolt, like up the street. It's like... flag down the ice cream. I'd be like, wait! We'd hear him from like 5 houses down.
Well, because my cousins are all like sticks.
Yeah.
Like they were so tiny and gangly that they just had no weight to them, so they could just fly.
Oh, it's the best.
Not like me, where I already had boobs at 7 years old.
Yes, same.
I'm just like, I don't want to get hit in the jaw.
Oh, good times. And, like,
shit.
we would all be wet from, like, going in the pool and just, like, hungry, and then we'd hear that bell.
Oh, and then we get chub rub because the chlorine was still in my eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, it was the worst.
But, like, we'd be sitting there covered in ice cream and just, like, not caring about the chub rub.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the best.
It was the best.
I love some. And then the 4th of July was my favorite. I still love the 4th of July to this day.
Me too.
It's, like, it's just fun. You know, like... Especially when we went to our cousin's house, too. His neighbors used to do fireworks, but there was, like, an incident, so they had to stop.
Yeah.
And they would light fireworks at, like, 8 o'clock, and, like, everyone on the street would go outside, and it would be, like, this whole 2-hour, like, fireworks show.
Yeah, and all the dogs would go crazy because they had dogs.
Yeah. And we'd have, like, the sparklers, and, oh, my God, I love 4th of July.
I know, and
it's
then
coming up.
I know. We'd step on all the fucking... the hot coal, the embers or whatever, the things that would fall off of it. Someone would get burnt
every
always. Year. And I'm trying to think. And we'd always like get just covered in mosquito bites. We didn't care.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
We smelled like bug spray and like hot coal.
Yeah. Even when we got older too, we loved it. Like we haven't gone in a couple years, but we would always rent a house in Rhode Island, like on the shore. And it would always be like the week of the 4th.
Yeah.
And we would always like have like a huge cookout and like
I know we'd have because we have friends there, so we'd have friends come by and then the house that we were at was like right near the beach. It was like a 5-minute walk.
Yeah, it's like you could see the water from there.
Yeah.
So you would sit on the porch and people would just, like, a million people would be lighting up fireworks.
Well, you could see fireworks from the beach, from other houses. Like, they were all over the place. So you got, like, 3 different fireworks shows going. It was incredible.
I know.
And we didn't have to pay to go to any of them.
I know. It was great. I mean, we paid a pretty penny just to rent that house, but it was worth it.
Oh my gosh, we got a free fireworks, like 3 free fireworks shows out of it.
Yeah.
And we would get our own like sparklers, and the sparklers are my favorite.
Yes.
I love those.
I love them
and like
too.
those $2 like fireworks from CVS.
Yeah. We just light them off, just be like anticlimactic. You're like,
know.
oh, that was great.
Yeah. Wonderful. Oh,
Yeah.
I can't wait for the 4th of July. It's coming up
I know,
soon.
me either, dude. But yeah, so it's like, that's what the summer makes us think of.
Yeah.
It's like all those things we used to do as kids, and not even just outside, but then like we also had like like one of the first PCs ever in existence.
Oh my god.
And we would just play so many computer games and video games. We had like an NES and like an Atari thing or whatever.
Yeah, that's all we had. It was like, I still have it. I had to rebuy it because we gave the other one away. It's basically this controller that plugs into the TV, and it's got like 10 games on it.
Yeah.
And it's got like Pitfall and the one where the chicken crosses the road.
Yeah.
And it's like Frogger, but with the chicken.
And Atlantis.
Oh, yeah.
I was good at Atlantis.
Yeah.
Okay, fun fact. I suck at video games.
We're going to make an entire series of just Megan sucking at video games at some
I
point.
suck at video games. I mean, to the point where it's like, are you borderline have a mental disability? Because...
Well, Megan doesn't really have good hand-eye coordination, so
not at all.
It translates to video games, and it's so funny because I'm pretty good at video games. Like, I'm not like superior, like I'm not like super skilled, but I would say I'm about like a B-.
You're like infinitely better than I am. I'm like about like an F minus. So
No, you're about like a D. Like, give yourself some credit.
yeah, I could play. Once I get the hang of it, I can do it.
Yeah.
Because I did, like, we got that Atari thing, and I tried to play Pitfall.
Oh my god.
I couldn't get, like,
I put a video up on Instagram and posted it to Facebook too. Of
We'll have
just
to
Megan.
put it on the page.
Yeah. Of just like Megan trying to like.
I couldn't fucking get across that goddamn thing with the alligators.
Yeah.
I
hold on,
couldn't do it.
Let me write this
Oh,
down.
you're making a note?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I couldn't do it. And then I played Atlantis. It's literally 2 buttons. It's the move left and right, and then a button to fucking fire. And I couldn't even do that.
I know, that was so funny.
It was despicable. I'm like, this is a problem. And then this one wants me to fucking play Portal 2 co-op with her.
Which is also hysterical.
It's like, you might as well have told me, rewire the inside of my brain. I'm like, what am I doing? Because it's like, you know, Xbox, where it's like you have to move with one and turn with the other.
It's basic functioning Xbox controls, you guys. And Megan could not.
I literally could not do it.
And then I'm like, put a portal here. She's like, how do I do that? I'm like, hit A. And like, she couldn't even like, or no, it was trigger. I'm like, the trigger button.
And I
She's
said,
like, what's trigger?
I said, what the fuck is that?
I'm like, you feel those buttons on the back? You just, you click. And she's like, oh.
I literally I took the controller and looked at it upside down because I was thinking it was like a gun. And I'm like,
God.
oh, is it on the bottom?
It was so bad.
Oh my God. I know
That really
now.
tested my... If you ever want to test a relationship with anyone, try and be Portal 2 co-op. If you can get through that entire thing without yelling at each other once, you have a great relationship.
Yeah, you could get through anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we would always play. Well, we've always played like games. Lauren's played them more than me because I just. Well, now that I'm older too, now I have carpal tunnel from just doing artwork and stuff. So now it's like my dexterity is even worse with video games. I mean, I could play PC games like with a mouse.
Yeah.
It's fine. But like
Sims is your style.
Like Sims I can do, or like any that like point and click type games I can do.
Yeah.
But anything with like a controller, even like an NES controller, it's just it hurts my hand after a while.
I know, that's why like as kids, we always played Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Oh,
That's like one of the first PC games we actually bought. Like, that was kind of advanced.
yeah.
But that wasn't like educational, basically.
Yeah, because we had stuff like, we had the Mr. Potato Head game.
Oh, okay. If I could find, it was like Mr. Potato Head saves Sunset Valley or something Valley, Veggie Valley,
Yeah.
something like that. And
With a woman named Head of Lettuce.
hey y'all, I'm Head of Lettuce, and she did like a pie eating contest.
Head of Lettuce.
Oh, she
My
was
favorite. She was sassy like Blanche.
Yeah, basically the whole premise of that game was you had to capture a rain cloud, like literally on a lasso and bring it back to like their home so it would rain because it was too dry.
And they needed
That's
to
the
grow.
whole game. They had to go to a fucking amusement park or like a carnival or whatever it was and like win all the games and go into like a fun house. God, I loved that shit.
That game was fun. I didn't even remember that until you were just talking about it.
And then you had to do those a skee ball thing and like play all kinds of like mini games just to like beat it and like get like certain items to trade with people so you could get a rope to literally lasso a cloud and drag it back. I'm like, you cannot do that in real life.
Well, clearly potatoes don't talk in real life for
Yeah,
it.
it's true. That's like trying to question the logic of SpongeBob. Like, there is none.
Yeah, just fuck logic.
Sometimes they break the fourth wall, though, and they're like, hey, we're underwater. How could there be a fire? And then the fire goes out.
Yeah. Oh my god, SpongeBob. That was our shit.
That's going to be another episode.
Oh, and like all the fucking 90s cartoons we had watched, too.
Yeah.
All of them. Every single one you name, it's like, yes, I watched that.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, we played a lot of computer games and shit. And, well, Roller Coaster Tycoon was the one we got. We were like, this is insane.
Yeah, this is after we got a brand new, like, Windows... what is it? Like, the one that came after the first Windows computer, whatever that was.
Who the fuck knows?
Like, it was on there. That and Zoo Tycoon.
Well, Zoo Tycoon came
It
later.
still works on my computer, which is great, so I can play it whenever I want.
That's amazing.
So, we would, like, put all the animals in, like, one cage, and they would just, like, battle to the death, basically.
Yes.
Oh, it was so great.
So great.
We just did that sometimes.
And Roller Coaster Tycoon, you just not finish the roller coaster and watch
And
everybody...
people would die.
everyone would just die because they would just fly off the ride.
Oh.
That's fun. It's like The Sims. Just lock them in a room and just let them die.
Mm-hmm.
It's horrible.
Surprisingly, we never played The Sims growing up. This is like a last year thing. Like, we finally got a Sims game.
Like 2 years ago.
2 years? Oh, well, it was like Christmas of 2016.
Yeah. Because we got it on sale.
It was $18. I was originally $50, got it on sale for $18. I was like, yeah, gonna do that. Because now they have like 1 million packs. And like, to even like afford all them, you need like $500.
Fucking EA.
Like, literally. But it's okay. I have them all, and it's fine. Everything's fine.
It's okay. It's fine. I just spent a ton of money on it, but it's fine.
Anyway, back to the nostalgia.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to play that all the time. And then there was a game that I really loved that probably no one ever played except me and like maybe 3 other people in the world. And it was the Hunchback of Notre Dame like storybook game, I think it was called.
Disney used to have like a whole like series of like interactive games, and one of them, we only had that one, The Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Never seen the movie, but played the game. Like, I've seen the movie now, but as a kid before playing that game, I never saw the movie.
You never saw it as a kid?
No, and if I did, I don't remember.
I saw it. Where did I see it?
I don't know.
I was at someone's house, and I think I saw it. Anyway, so, yeah, that was one of my favorite games because I love, like, gargoyles and things like that, and I love the TV show Gargoyles, too. Sorry, I'm boring you to death.
No, it's not you.
And I just loved, like, the gargoyles that talked and everything else, and I loved Esmeralda, and I wanted to be her.
Oh, yeah.
Because she was so pretty. And, like, I remember playing the game, and it was like a thing where someone was, like, reading to you, and you could read the words on the screen, and you, like, follow along or whatever. But then, like, when they were done reading, it's like there was, like, a mini game that you would have to do. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's like, take the pieces and put them in the correct blah, 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 you know, and shit like that.
Yeah.
Or, like, figure out how to get out of this fucking room, or whatever the fuck you'd have to do.
Yeah, it was really cool.
I love that game.
Oh my god, do you remember the Barbie game that we had with the camera? Oh my god. And it's like this crappy camera, and they make you take pictures on it, and it's like 5 pixels.
Yeah, it could have been anybody in the United States of America.
Literally. And oh my gosh, that game was fun, but like the camera sucked.
Oh, that fucking game.
I know.
I swear to God, like Laura and I would play that. We would have a fucking blast with that.
Can I rant about Barbie for a second? Like, this bitch has so many careers. And you think with all the careers, she would come out with better games, even to this day.
Well,
like,
no kidding.
Why are her games so hard? It's so, like, weird. Like,
I know.
Barbie, like, get an Xbox account. Like, fucking, let's go, you know?
I know.
Just, like, come to the 21st century, please.
please.
Anyway.
And I remember, we'd play all these computer games.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, it was on days where it's like, it wasn't nice enough to like be outside or go anywhere. And I remember like, Lauren.
So sorry. Oh, I'm really tired today.
Sorry. Are we going over again? Are we good on time?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay. Because I don't want to fucking bore you
we got
too.
About, like 10 minutes.
Okay. But, what was I saying? You interrupted my thought.
I'm sorry. Because we were inside usually, but it was bad outside.
No, thank you. Really, Lauren? Thank you.
You know what I mean?
Oh my god. So, yeah, we'd do like that and like board games too a lot.
Oh, I have to go through my closet. I have so many of our old board games.
Laura and I always just loved like board games as
Yeah.
kids, and still do as adults. Like we literally recently just bought the Golden Girls Clue.
Oh yeah,
It is fun as fuck. And
I know. And we have the SpongeBob Game of Life. You could literally live in Grandma's house.
Yes.
And it's like amazing. And have Gary as a pet.
Yes.
And Wormy.
Wormy. I always get Wormy.
I know.
I get Wormy every time. I don't know why.
And we have Nightmare Before Christmas Yahtzee, and it's like Jack's head that you like put the dice in. And
We
roll.
also have the classic versions of all these too.
Yeah.
But then it's like we love them so much we'd have to get them in different versions.
Uh-huh.
Because like, the Golden Girls Clue even, it's like different. It's like you're like Blanche and like the items are like a shoe or whipped cream
Yeah.
or like
A purse.
a purse.
And like there was like 10 rooms, like the lanai, the garage, all of their individual rooms, the kitchen.
Who says lanai anymore?
That's what it's called.
But like, who has a lanai?
Megan, they're old. Like, I don't know.
Thank you. Is that your explanation for everything? They're
Sure.
just old.
Yeah. That's their terminology. You hear the way our father talks and says things? I mean,
Well,
point proven.
well,
Well, he's not like old, but
older than me.
they have a different way of talking.
Yes.
Anyway,
So, yeah, we had a lot of board games and stuff, and I remember the one that we would play the most, and we still never learned how to play it properly, was this board game. And I don't know if anyone else remembers this.
I know exactly what you're gonna say.
It's called 13 Dead End Drive.
Oh my god, how do you even play that game?
We don't have a clue. We lost the directions. we don't have, and this is before the internet. Like, it didn't come, I think it just didn't come with directions.
Yeah,
So we never learned how to play it.
I know.
And like there was like little like tidbit things like on the box and stuff, but we're like, what is happening?
I know. I'm sure we could find those directions now if we find that game.
Well, now with Google, you could you could practically find
God.
6 dupes
What
for
other
it.
board games do we have? We had Mr. Mouth, and you had to. It was a frog head that opened to close, and you had to launch flies into his mouth.
Yes, Mr.
And
Mouth,
Perfection, which iconic.
which is Anxiety the game.
Anxiety the game. It's perfect because you have to put all the pieces in before the board literally jumps up and scatters them everywhere.
That's probably the reason why I have emotional issues to this
Yeah.
day.
And
Not
like
really, but
the actual Game of Life,
Mousetrap.
which that in itself took 500 million years to set up, and the trap didn't even work.
I know, it was stupid.
I know. Like, it would have been, the concept was good, but the execution was not.
I'm trying to think.
Trouble, where it was
yeah.
those dice in, like, the little dome you had to push.
Yeah. Who thought of that?
I don't fucking know.
It's probably, no, you know what? It is genius, so then the dice don't get lost.
That's true.
Oh, God. Just so many. We had so many fucking board games we would
Remember,
play.
oh my god, I don't know if you remember the name of this one, because I don't. It was those cats on the fence, and you had the dogs.
Scaredy Cat.
Was it Scaredy Cat?
I think it... I'm going to look it up.
It was a bunch of cats, and you had to put them on this fence, and then there was this, like, dog.
That was like an animatronic, like a battery-powered dog that moved.
Yeah, and basically, you put it in the middle, you had to roll the dice, and sometimes you would get the dog, you put the dog in the middle, and he would just, like, go all over the place, and if he ran into your cat and he flew off the fence, you lost.
Yeah.
What is that game? We have it in the...
Fraidy Cat.
Fraidy Cat.
Fraidy Cat, the
That's
top one.
it.
Yep,
Yes.
that was it with that stupid, like, dog. And, like, all these cats.
I know.
Jesus. And then there was, like, wasn't there mice in that game, too?
No.
I don't fucking know.
I have to sneeze.
Oh, God. Please don't sneeze into the mic. I'm protecting Lauren's mic.
I'm good. I lost it.
Okay.
I flew back like I was a werewolf. Anyway.
Yeah, we played so many fucking board games.
Yeah.
And it's like...
Oh, we also had Mystery Date, which is basically like Dream Phone for the 90s.
Oh my God.
And like, I think Chris Evans was in Dream Phone, like the old one.
Shut up.
Yeah, I'm serious.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not kidding. The Game Grumps talked about it on a live stream once when they played it. And like, I think it is. I don't know if it's true or not.
Hold on.
Now you're turning into me, because this is what I do. I always have to look things up. But...
You're right.
Oh, yeah. He was.
He was.
Or was he on Mystery Date? Is that Mystery Date?
No, this is Dream Phone. No, this looks like Mystery Date. Yeah, it's Mystery Date that he was on.
That's right. Okay, so we have Chris Evans in our game.
Oh.
Captain America himself.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
That game was fun. And we had, like... Oh, we had so many games.
Oh, my God. So many games.
We had a Harry Potter game where you had to make a ball float.
Oh, yeah, the levitating one where it's just, like, air pushing the ball up and it didn't work.
And you had to, like, make it spin in a circle. I know. That game's probably, like, dead now.
Yeah, it probably doesn't work.
Yeah.
But it's because you and I, we didn't, like, really see our friends outside of school.
Yeah.
Because our parents
yeah.
were just, like, they had to, like, set everything up and make sure it was okay.
Well, it was a different time. Like,
yeah, I know.
You know, we'd always see family, but we didn't really see a lot of friends.
Yeah. So Laura and I would basically, like, just play with each other. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Laura just, like, wiped my eyebrow, and I wasn't sure where you were coming. Yeah. Yeah. So we, you know, great childhoods, and we would go to, like, you know, we would do that, go to places like the movies and fucking, like, there was an aquarium near us that we'd go to a lot, and yeah.
Yes.
You okay there?
I cannot stop.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna have to stop in a minute, because, like, I don't want to keep yawning.
Lauren.
I know. It's like, it's fucking 2 p.m. What am I doing?
Lauren.
Why am I so tired?
Wake up.
I'm up.
Thank you. You should just see, like, Lauren blinked like 700 times.
I did. I was the 82nd blink. You know?
Yeah, I just did it too. Oh, it tickles your eyes. God.
Everything tickles you.
I'm so ticklish.
Not even tickles us. Like, oh, that tickled me. Like, oh, that's so nice. No, but I mean, like, physically actually tickles.
Like, don't touch me because I'm so ticklish.
Yeah.
Like, everywhere.
It's like when you go to the doctors and they have to, like, press on your stomach. I always laugh.
I know. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm going to laugh like a fucking child. I'm like, I can't
It's like, I'm just so ticklish on my sides. I can't.
Dude, Chris used to tickle me all the time. Just to, like, you know, because he knew it, like, I always would laugh. And I'm like, don't do it! And it's like,
I hate it.
Especially, like, I'm not going to say where because I don't want anyone to do this to me.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I'll show you here and here.
Yep.
It's the worst. And you'll never know where that is.
Nope.
And I bet you when I listen back to this while I'm editing it, I won't even remember where it is. It's like, where did I say again?
It's just going to be a hidden secret that I might remember.
Thanks. Thanks for remembering my secrets.
Yeah. Well, I think that was a good nostalgic episode.
Yeah.
We talked about a lot of things.
Dude, I miss
the 90s so much. And, like, I know that's kind of like a meme now. Like, oh, 90s kids miss the 90s. And that's all they talk about. But, like, literally my childhood was amazing. Yeah. Like, my voice cracked. It was so amazing. I literally reverted back to the 90s. Because it was so amazing.
For, like, 2 seconds.
Yeah. It was amazing. But, oh.
Yeah, I know. It really was, you know, and like there was just a lot of things, and we kind of grew up with like technology being developed like as we grew up. So it's like we always had technology around us, but some of it is now antiquated. Yeah. More than others, and you know, it was a really interesting time to like grow up and like see all the new things that came out and experience them as they were happening. It was crazy. Yeah. Like a computer. And like if you told like 4-year-old me, like now I have an iPhone. If you told 4-year-old me that I could literally look at someone while I was talking to them, like do FaceTime.
I thought it would be like a movie.
I thought it was like voodoo magic. Yeah. You know, like I wouldn't know what to think. I know. So it's like crazy how I went from literally when I was a child, like I thought the Windows 90 historic whatever,
Yeah.
whatever the fuck it was that we had was the best innovation in the world. And now I'm like, this iPhone is the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
So it's insane that we got to experience that. And, you know, we still, you know, like people before us, we loved all the old cartoons, and we loved board games, and we loved going to arcades and doing all that stuff and whatever, things that were prevalent to that time. But, you know, and it is different now because technology, it's a blessing and a curse, because it did take away a lot of like the hands-on part of it. Like, it's not as personal as was, because part of it, I think, is like when you go to an arcade, it's very like, it's like sensory overload.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you're hearing things, you're seeing things, you're touching things, you're interacting with things, you're, you know, it's like, it's all inclusive. And now it's like you go and it's just like, it's not as involved, and it's not as like eye-catching, or as, you know, you didn't have to like work for it or think that much.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's that's where I feel like a lot of
Kind of
kids
lost
now
the
lose out.
joy. And like, you know.
You lost like, because when you had to like, even Chuck E. Cheese, where you had to like work your ass off basically to like get a bunch of tickets so you can win a prize. Now it's like the games are so simple. They don't have whack-a-mole anymore because it's inhumane or whatever the fuck. And,
Oh, yeah.
you know, it's like, when, you know, you used to have to do physical activity to fucking
Yeah.
do that
They used to
shit.
have like a Jurassic Park ride that was like, you had to get like a certain score to even get tickets.
Yeah.
And I was like, Jesus.
And I could never get tickets from that ride. I think one time I got 2 and I screamed.
Yeah.
Because it was so fucking hard to shoot a T-Rex that was directly in front of me for some reason.
I know.
And
With its mouth open, and I flew back and screamed in terror, even though it was a computer.
yeah. And I think a lot of people would agree too, who got to experience that even like in the 80s and even
Yeah.
the 70s, you know, because I have a lot of friends that are older than me, and they all say the same thing. It's like, dude, it's just not the same anymore. And it really isn't, because kids, they don't really have like a place. Like, we had arcades to go to. We had like places like that to go to. Where do kids go now? You know, they don't. They don't
No,
really
they
go
don't
anywhere.
have anywhere to go because it's all in their house.
Yeah.
They have the Xbox and the Wii and the PlayStation and all of that.
And
the Switch now.
yeah, and places like that, they're just not as exciting.
Yeah, and plus, like, the Nintendo DS is still, like, a thing. And,
Yeah.
you know, like, and the Switch 2 is handheld and you could just take it anywhere.
Yeah.
So why are they going to go somewhere where they have it all in front of them? And now everything is digital. Like, people don't even buy, like, physical copies of games anymore.
I know.
My entire Sims game is all digital.
Yeah.
You know? I still have physical copies for, like, my Xbox 360 and stuff like that. But, like, now, like, Xbox One stuff, it's, like, a whole just, like, internet market.
Yeah, it's like, it's very detached because you're not physically interacting with it. Because part of, even just like playing, we had an NES growing up.
Yeah.
And part of the experience was like picking the game, pulling it out, having to blow on it sometimes to get it to work
We
in the
forgot to
console.
mention video stores, too.
Yes.
Like, movie rental stores.
Yes.
And where they also had video games. Oh, my God. That was a big part of our
That was a
summers.
big part of it, because now it's like everyone has fucking Netflix, and now it's not like the experience of going to the store and perusing.
And you can still buy, like, movies or whatever, but, like, it's not the same. Because, like, if it's not digital, oh, well, I'm just not going to watch it then.
Yeah, because why am I going to go through all that work when I could just get it instantly, because we're lazy humans. And I'll admit it, I have Netflix. Sometimes
Yeah.
I'm lazy. You know, I don't want to spend $70 million to watch Bob Ross's entire fucking series.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's on Netflix right now, so I could just watch it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to buy it eventually because they're fucking taking it down.
I
Fucking
know.
pricks. But, you know, like, I feel like that's why it was so much more, like, nostalgic and memorable to us, because we experienced it in a way where it's, like, every sense was involved. Every, like... It was much more involved than, like, kids now, where it's like, oh, I watch TV. Because sometimes you watch things and it's like, you just forget. You know, it's like you see it and you're not really engaged, and then it's like it's forgettable. But for us, it's like we like lived it. It was like immersive.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's why the nostalgic 90s is nostalgic, and 80s and 70s.
Yeah.
You know, they're all nostalgic periods because they were much more involved like that. So, yeah, so we love going back to it. We love talking about it. Let us know what decade you grew up in, and if you remember some of these
your favorite
things.
nostalgic thing about it could be like literally anything: TV show, video game, movie,
Even music.
activities.
Music, oh my god, we didn't even touch on music. Some of the music.
Well, let's end with like a song we always listen to in the summer.
Yeah, even though it's not from the 90s.
I know. It's And this was on the radio a lot in the summer, and it still is. Seals and Crofts, Summer Breeze.
Yes.
Like, it's my go-to summer song.
Same. I love that song.
I love it. I'm like, yes. I mean, it's not like the most like energetic song, but it's like the happiest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's just like, it's so light and, you know, like
carefree.
Oh, yeah.
It makes, it's like, it's got that carefree feeling of summer.
Yeah. And you know what it makes me think of too, specifically, is like, we had family that lived about an hour away that we'd have to go see sometimes. And, we only, and you know, in the 90s, we had a radio station and they would always play the same shit all the time.
Yeah.
And the only radio station we could get played that song. It was like every other song.
Yeah.
And it was like we would go see them and whatever. So that's what it makes me think of, like being a kid in the car.
Me
like,
too.
especially during the summer, they would play it a lot, obviously, because it's called Summer Breeze.
Yeah.
And just like having to listen to that a million times in a row, but not hating it either.
Right.
I was like, oh, yeah, that's like the song. That and Faith No More.
Oh, yeah.
I remember. Like, that was, it was a lot of songs from Angel Dust. I remember, like, vividly, like, listening to in the car. So great. So great.
Yeah. So, we'll end with Seals and Crofts.
Yeah, and we hope you enjoyed our nostalgia trip, and, you know, let us know.
Hope you can nostalgia with us.
Yeah, let us know if you remember some of these things, or if there's things we forgot, or anything like that, you know?
Yeah.
Because, man, there's so much fucking shit that went on during the 90s.
We could do, like, 2 whole episodes of just, like, other topics of this shit, especially the Chuck E. Cheese. That's coming up. But next week is our birthday.
Yeah,
we're going to record an episode on our birthday, and we're going to do a gift exchange, because Megan and I have been planning this for months.
Yes.
We went to Archie McPhee, which is, like, this really cool oddity shop. I'll give, like, a little bit of synopsis before, like, we get out of here or whatever. We got each other's, like, a set budget of stuff, and we're gonna trade it on the podcast and, like, give each other gifts, and we'll take pictures and put it up everywhere so you could see what we got. But
well, we didn't get stuff just from Archie McPhee. We did get some stuff, and then we got a mystery box from Archie McPhee, which is full of just random crap. But then we bought each other, like, things that we thought we would like, on top of, you know, a few other inexpensive things from other places.
Yeah.
And little surprises and things like that. Because we figured, you know, last year for Christmas, I bought Lauren a portal gun.
Oh, yeah.
Which was very expensive because they don't make them anymore. So I had to buy it from like someone on eBay. And like, I was like, you know what, for your birthday this year, I'd rather just get you a bunch of little things than one big thing.
I was the same way, because I'm like, I don't even know what to get you. So that's what we kind of agreed on. And
yeah.
It's going to be so fun.
And we got inspired to get them from Archie because we saw an episode from a YouTube channel that Laura and I are obsessed with, and we are hoping we can do an interview with this guy someday, because he is literally one of the most interesting and awesome people ever. It's a YouTube channel called The Carpetbagger.
Yeah.
And he travels all over and does all kinds of stuff. So he went to Archie McPhee, and we were like, we need to get stuff from there.
Yeah.
We saw him doing go there or whatever. It's in Seattle. So we obviously, it's a little far from us. But yeah. So we were like, let's do that, and that'll be fun. So that's going to be next week, and we're going to do a gift exchange. I know you guys won't be able to see it, but we'll put up pictures and everything.
Literally just said that.
Yeah, I know. I was reiterating, Lauren.
Okay.
Thank you for interrupting me.
Well, we don't have to say things twice.
Well, what if people forget? I don't know.
In a span of 30 seconds. Actually, you know what? It's kind of good that you said it twice.
Well, not really now, since you interrupted me. No,
so there will be pictures of.
Yeah, so we'll put up pictures. So what we're saying is that there's going to be pictures.
Yeah.
And remember, there will be pictures.
Yeah.
So
you just spit on me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was like, what is that? What?
Sorry.
Anyway, so
yeah.
Let's just end this episode. Jesus, we've been going for so long.
I'm sorry. This is what my family refers to as the Lebanese goodbye.
Yeah.
Because we're Lebanese, and it takes them at least an hour to, like, leave and, like, say goodbye.
Yeah.
So we're doing a Lebanese goodbye today because I'm having too much fun. I don't want to go.
I know.
But
we have to.
I know.
We have adult things to do now.
I know. I don't wanna.
I know.
Well, I don't wanna. I gotta go check my email and shit.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
All right, we're gonna leave you with Seals and Crofts, Summer Breeze, which is, I know it's a little bit of a leap from Pagan Altar, but we're doing it anyway.
Well, tune in next week for the birthday celebration.
Yay! Yay!
It's gonna be so exciting. but
all right, well, we'll see you next week, even though we won't see you.
I know. All right, bye, everyone.
Bye.
the curtains hanging in the window in the evening on a Friday night. Little light is shining through the window, lets me know everything's alright. Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.